Breaking overnight, comedian Dave Chappelle attacked on stage while performing at the iconic Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles. The suspect was reportedly armed with a gun and a knife, according to local news outlets. And you can see him here surrounded by security. My goodness.
Comedian Jamie Foxx apparently rushed on stage, too, to help get Chappelle out of the way. Sean Duffy is a Fox News contributor and former Wisconsin congressman. Good morning, Sean. Hey, listen. On this first story, it's a big story. There are reports even this person was armed. We're waiting to find out more about it. But listen, you're a member of Congress. Obviously, you have people that don't like you when you're a member of Congress. But even as a reality TV star, you go places with cameras and the spotlight's on you, and there are people you don't know around you. Would something like this ever even cross your mind?
First off, Tori, they did like me in Congress. I was elected 5 times. I'm not going to take that evil from you, right? They liked me.
Well, listen,
thank you. You know what? This is something that everyone's always concerned about. But, you know, you look 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it hadn't risen to this level. And there's this dialogue now that speech is violence, and speech has to be met with actual physical violence. And that's what you're seeing play out here, because the left keeps saying that to us. This is always wrong, maybe except for one situation. Had Joe Biden at the dinner on Saturday night, the Correspondents' Dinner, stood up and punched the comedian that was laughing at the American people about inflation, that might have gone over okay, right? But instead, he sat back and laughed when Americans were angry about those jokes at their expense. Any other space, this does not play well, and I think Americans rejected it and are angered by it, and they know who's actually fomenting this discord that speech and violence should go together, and that's the left.
Yeah, Chris Rock was apparently also there and jumped on stage and then made a joke, even though if this guy did have a knife or a gun, this becomes very serious. But he joked around and said, you know, Will Smith, is that you? Because, you know, obviously the slap that happened at the Oscars, but we don't know what the motive is, but could it possibly be political? A lot of people don't like Dave Chappelle because of what he has said about the LGBT community.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle was quick-witted there. It was actually really funny. But again, as you see members of Congress travel with security, the presidents and senators travel with security, now you're going to have to see comedians travel with security. Because again, if you don't like the joke, you're going to see people step up and show you violence. And to your point, I think you're right, Carly. You do have people angry about what Chappelle has said or the jokes he's made about the trans and the gay community. They're angered by it, and they want to punch him in the head or, to your point, take a gun out and shoot him. So, yeah, wow. I think you're going to see a lot more security at more events like this.
You know, free speech is a hot topic in many different places in our country. This is just the latest one, and let's hope that nothing like this happens anytime soon.
No question.
All right, Sean, let's turn to politics. From maybe politics to definitely politics. J.D. Vance winning big last night in the Ohio Senate primary. President Trump actually swept Ohio, and we're looking at his endorsements in Ohio and Indiana, excuse me. And Vance says his victory sends a message to the Republican Party. Let's listen.
Thanks to the president for everything, for endorsing me. And I got to say, a lot of the fake news media out there, and there's some good ones in the back there, there's some bad ones too, let's be honest. But they wanted to write a story that this campaign would be the death of Donald Trump's America First agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, it ain't the death of the America First agenda.
So you've campaigned, you know what it's like to go out and get an endorsement and how much that'll help. Do you think that Trump's endorsement is going to sweep the country?
So first off, most times endorsements don't work, right? Everyone wants a slight edge in tight primaries like this or tight races like this. It doesn't work. However, the Donald Trump endorsement actually does work. And the reason, Joey, is that Donald Trump has built an incredible trust with the American people. Most presidents and most politicians run and they make a whole bunch of promises. Donald Trump made promises. I'm going to build a wall. I'm going to secure the border. I'm going to bring jobs back to America, manufacturing back to America. I'm going to move the embassy in Israel, the U.S. embassy, to Jerusalem. I mean, he kept those promises, and people's lives were better for it, and so they love him. And so when he endorses a candidate that are going to fight for the ideas and the principles that he fought for, they take it seriously. So I don't think Donald Trump is going to win every single primary, but I think a vast majority of the Trump-endorsed candidates are going to win because he has this unique relationship with the voter because, again, he did what he said. He got results for them. And, again, these are usually the people that are forgotten. Their promises are made to them, but they're never kept, and their lives get worse. Their lives got got better under Donald Trump because he kept their promises. And when he says this guy is going to fight for you like I did, they take that to the bank. And they did it. And they did it in Ohio for J.D. Vance. He was trailing in the polls, and the Trump endorsement brought him into the lead, and he won.
Yeah, and Sean, I was wondering, you know, can you look at what happened in Ohio yesterday and learn anything about where the state of the Republican Party, where the Republican Party is right now?
Yeah, 100%. So we used to be a party that said we're all free trade. We don't need tariffs. You know, we're got to be gentle on the border issue because we're going to lose Hispanics. Donald Trump has shattered that and said, listen, you can actually be strong on the border and have a strong economy and actually win the majority of the Hispanic vote, right? You can go after China and grow the American manufacturing base and still be an effective country. We don't have to sell our souls to China. And we can actually, again, put tariffs on people who don't treat us fairly in trade. Those things all work. Donald Trump has shown that a change in policy can have better results than the old Republican Party. And so, again, I think he's changed the party for good and for the better and moving forward.
America first.
Yeah, America first. And Fox News polling shows that the thing people are most concerned about right now is the future of the country, followed by inflation. Got to leave it there. Sean, thank you so much. Fox and Friends starts right now.
Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch our nightly opens, stories that are changing the world and changing your life. From Tucker Carlson tonight.